Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2025 Softball New Zealand presentation of the National Fastpitch Championship. Canterbury taking on Hawke's Bay here on Diamond 1 action on day 2 of competition, and we have a lovely day beginning to poke its way through the clouds out there. A lot of sunshine, a little bit of a breeze, around about 20 degrees. I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Ballpark Broadcasting. Joining me in this one is Scott Easthope. Scotty, back to back, you and me, mate. We're not used to this.
The dream team is back, Gaz.
Absolutely, and we've got the ball game has actually started. Out there batting at the moment is number 2, Kaya Ratu, with a runner at 2, which means it's probably 1 out. We'll just quickly run you through the Canterbury lineup. Leading off for them was number 5, Alyssa Laurie. Michaela Werahiko was followed by Kaya Ratu in the box right now. Tristan Edwards, Mania Marketing, Lucy McIntyre, Crystal Werahiko, Heaven Sampson Loffley, and Caitlin Henderson round out their order batting-wise. Defensively, out of left field for Hawke's Bay, Mediana Markia at centre, Charlotte Poynton. Poppy Priddle at left, Hayley Breakwell is the shortstop, Hope Weber patrolling at third base. Second base, Angela Karodia. Alyssa James at first base. Melanie Gittins doing the catching to Kaya Darnaby out on the hill, doing the pitching. Gets the job done and gets a strikeout. Kaya Ratu heads to the dugout, 2 down. Tristan Edwards, number 17, it is up to bat now.
To the plate, number 17, Tristan Edwards.
Scotty, Canterbury, Hawke's Bay. A lot of familiar names in this Hawke's Bay team.
Yeah, just saw the strikeout of Kaya Ratu, who's obviously daughter of head coach for the Canterbury team, Stephen Ratu, and she was a big part of the Junior White Sox program while I was involved, and a really good little talent.
And going forward will be, or already is, a big part of the Senior White Sox team.
Yeah, sure, I definitely knew that.
I wasn't correcting you, mate.
Well, that's why we're a team, Gary.
Yeah, that's right.
I appreciate it.
But just talking about this Hawke's Bay team, lovely to see them footing a team, but they've gathered a group of talent together. Actually, there is an absolute dearth of experience out there. Players like Hope Weber, obviously been on the scene for many a year. You've got Mediana Markery at right field there, still a young player, but she is vastly experienced. Charlotte Poynton at centre field, Melanie Gittins behind the dish. They are just absolutely made up of experience out there. And they've showed that experience, and it is 3 out for Canterbury here in the top of the first. We will come back with more comments after a break. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We've got a beautiful sunny day here at Fraser Park for the National Fastpitch Championship 2025. It is Canterbury taking on Hawke's Bay in this one. And we will just quickly run you through the lineups. This time in reverse, we've got Canterbury, Hawke's Bay coming up to bat. Excuse me. Leading off for them, Charlotte Poynton, followed by Poppy Priddle, Mediana Markia, then Hope Weber, Hayley Breakwell, Pania Monk, Melanie Gittins, Angela Karodia, and Alyssa James is their batting lineup. Out of right field for them, will be Mediana Markia. Sorry, no, it won't be Mediana Markia. It'll be the number 9 for Canterbury, of course. Tristan Edwards. Alyssa Laurie and Caitlin Henderson are the outfielders. Kaya Ratu at shortstop, Michaela Werehiko at third base. Second base is Heaven Sampson Loffley. Lucy McIntyre at first base. Brittany Terry doing the pitching to Manaya Markety. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first now. Canterbury about to get underway with Brittany Terry doing the pitching.
Brittany Terry in the warm-ups there to have plenty on the ball. Obviously, Canterbury got a decent wee pitching staff, so anytime she gets the nod, she must be going pretty well.
Good, yes. Canterbury a little bit of depth off the mound. Of course, we just talked to Amy Beggs. She'll be sitting in the dugout, rearing to go.
Interesting to see Charlotte Poynton leading off here for Hawke's Bay. I mean, I've watched her play lots and lots of softball here in Wellington. Don't know whether this is a pickup or...
Yeah, well, it's like I say, it's a team that's been brought together very much to give Hawke's Bay a presence. But you have a few, or at least two, Wellington Blaze players. Mediana Markia, of course, I believe, she hasn't moved back to the Hawke's Bay, was living in Auckland. So Hope Weber and Charlotte, both Wellington girls. So nice to see Charlotte Poynton back playing. Here you go, you've got your commentators, Gary Rohe and Scott Easthope, as if we needed any introduction.
Yep, staying on. Just permanent residency here in the booth for you, Gaz.
Nice pitch this time. It's the strikeout for Charlotte Poynton as she heads back to the dugout. She'll get replaced by Poppy Priddle, player that I've recently seen now a few times, based in Manawatu.
Yeah, I think she was part of the Junior White Sox program as well. So
does not surprise me one bit, but she's been based in Manawatu and playing her softball for Saints here in Hutt Valley. There's the weather, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the overcast sky there. A lot of blue poking through as well. Currently 20 degrees here in the beautiful Hutt Valley.
Yeah, and we're lucky that the breeze is actually blowing out today. I mean, you saw in the previous game, Gary, there was one that left the yard. It was a big home run.
It was.
But, you know, they're not happening if you're hitting into that wind.
No, absolutely.
Although, actually, I think maybe that one is happening.
I think... It was a very world-famous commentator who said a well-struck golf ball is not affected by the wind.
Yeah, sure.
I think you'll find that goes for softballs as well.
Your attention, we're after an EpiPen, to go to the toilet office, someone under a medical condition, an EpiPen, please.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen, around the ground. If you are listening to our broadcast, we are trying to track down an EpiPen. So if you have it, take it to the broadcast office.
I dare say that's quite an urgent matter. 2-2 anyway at the plate here, Gary, and I am behind on the scoreboard already.
2 balls, 2 strikes. It's very hard to do 2 jobs at once. Males are notorious for not being able to multitask.
yeah, and I'm quintessential part of that. I'm part of the problem there, and definitely not helping those statistics.
Poppy Priddle going to work out there. For Hawke's Bay. No score here in the bottom of the first innings. And we have just added to our commentary crew. Scott, I will leave it to you to introduce.
Yeah, well, I'd written it down and then realised it was Benny, Thomas Cameron. Welcome to the team, but we're going to go and maybe bring him in the second half. Yeah, So we're going to prep Benny in the in-between innings and then
Yeah, he's got to go to make-up first, of course. And
let him loose
yeah,
on
then
the
wardrobe.
on
And
then we got some mic prep to do and a few audio prep things to do.
This time, Poppy Priddle launching from the back of the box, looking for that running head start to first base.
Attaboy. I'm going to wait for the umpire to give the count before I update the scoreboard for everybody at home.
Well, with that foul ball, I do believe it probably stays at 2-2, but that's just a guess.
Happy days.
Here we go. It was, in fact, 3-2. Poppy Priddle does a good job, earns the walk, heads down to first base. She's going to be replaced by number 23, Mediana Markia. Mediana, well known to most of us in softball. She's a vastly experienced player now. Very talented member of the White Sox.
It's cool. This is no joke lineup.
It
Hawke's
is,
Bay, eh?
absolutely.
They are coming in straight competitive.
And just while we've got an opportunity, we will quickly introduce you to the umpire lineup out there. Tama Howard behind home plate. We've got Ben Dyson roaming out at first base. And out at third base, the vastly experienced Gavin Shepherd. The other team, the team in blue. Inside pitch this time, it's Brittany Terry out there in front of Mediana Markia. This one's hit high out towards right field. She's doing a good job to get under it. That wind was doing its work, but she's made a fine effort to take that catch. Tristan Edwards, it was out there. A great job. Mediana Markia heads back to the dugout. She's the second out here. She'll be replaced by another vastly experienced player and power hitter in Hope Weber.
Lovely replay here, Gary, as she tracks this one back, chucks the glove up, snares it, hits the cut nicely and keeps the runner at one.
Very athletic play out there for Tristan Edwards. Very difficult job to roam around there at right field in this breeze.
So 2 outs now. Canterbury, obviously, that one step closer to coming in for a hit. But still that lurking danger with a power hitter at the plate and runner on one.
I mean, anyone who's seen Hope swing a bat knows that we saw Hutt Valley Girl launch one out to the bank. Well, Hope's every bit as capable of doing that. Pulls the strings on this one. The steel's on. She gets down underneath the tag as the throw's just a little bit too high.
Great pitch to go on, to be fair. Obviously, they probably didn't know that, but change up gave her a little bit of a head start and catcher rushed it a little.
1-1 it is. Hope Weber in the box for Hawke's Bay. I see Kevin Gittings out there doing the coaching for Hawke's Bay. Been talked back into the game after a few years retirement.
Well, no doubt it will be a big part of why this is quite a competitive lineup.
Absolutely. Yeah, most of these girls he will have coached at some stage in his career. Obviously, he did time with both the junior White Sox and the senior White Sox team.
She has actually struggled to clip that outside corner early, eh? The strikes that are coming in are probably catching a lot of dish. There's not a lot of, it's kind of ball or strike, nothing in between.
Yeah, it's possibly a little bit of respect is there as well for the middle of that zone.
Interestingly, seems kind of a little bit more comfortable throwing that one on the inside corner.
Yep.
Hitting the inside of the bat.
It's probably a good place to be too on a hitter of this capability.
Yeah,
try and live there, squeeze her up, get it on the hands.
Yeah, you don't want anything coming off this barrel.
No. And then she finally managed to clip that outside edge. She strikes out Hope Weber, and that's a fine start for Brittany Terry. 1 innings complete, no score in the ball game. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
Tamari Ki Ora is a well-child health nurse-led service, providing health assessment, early interventions, education and health promotion, and whānau care and support. For further details, contact the friendly team at Tamari Ki Ora Waifetu, phone 566-8214. The Mighty Whāngai Iwi Panel, a partnership between New Zealand Police, Ministry of Justice, and Te Runanganui o Te Atiawa.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Fraser Park for the 2025 edition of the National Fastpitch Championship. Myself, Gary Rohe, and Scotty Easthope have now been joined in the booth by Thomas Cameron, a.k.a. Benny. Benny, it's wonderful to see you along here today. But we've got Manaia Markety out there at the moment doing the batting for Canterbury. No score in the ball game. Scotty already shaping up to be a bit of a tight affair.
Yeah, it is. And from a pitching perspective, Benny, have you seen this girl on the hill for Hawke's Bay before?
She didn't face us, but it's a lefty, so no doubt she's got a few tricks up her sleeve.
The crafty
it's a
left
nice
side,
drop ball in the dirt.
Nice drop ball. She gets the batter to go for it. Taken out at first on the drop, third strike. She gets replaced by number 20, Lucy McIntyre.
Nice little spinner on the outside corner.
Seems to have good position of all the rotation on her pitches. Nice drop ball we've seen already.
Oh, it's just your typical lefty, right? No doubt she's got about 5 change-ups.
Yeah. Nice job at third base to fire that one across to take the second out here in the top of the second innings. Lucy McIntyre heads back to the dugout to be replaced by number 14, Crystal Werahiko.
Oh, I'm behind on me scoreboarding again, Gary.
It's unusual, mate.
Yeah.
You're normally right onto it.
Benny, if you're out in the middle at the minute and this is you got one out, top of the second innings against a good Canterbury lineup, where's your head at as a thrower? What are you looking for? What are you trying to do?
Exactly what she's doing is just throwing strikes. And if they can't hit it, keep throwing it.
Yeah, it's interesting, because you get to the point where you see a little ground ball, Gaz.
Nice play.
Similar pay to the last out. That's 3 down here in the top of the second innings. And it is no score in the ball game so far. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
They're flying through this.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Hawke's Bay taking on Canterbury here in Diamond 1 action at Fraser Park. And it is the National Fastpitch Championship for 2025. No score in the ball game. We are already in the bottom of the second innings. Things going through very quickly. Number 64, Hayley Breakwell it is, who is up to bat now for Hawke's Bay.
Thanks, Benny.
Benny, I see you've got a bit to do with the Hutt Valley team at the tournament. How's things going there?
Oh man, it's just seeing it from seeing softball from a different angle. We've never had time to really watch women's softball because either we're at the park, we're playing, or we're back at the hotel resting up.
True.
Resting up, yeah.
I'm so impressed with how our girls have been playing, as well as the opposition. I would hand on heart. Yesterday, our game against Hawke's Bay was probably the best game I've been involved in since probably last time I pitched a game, maybe.
Oh, wow. There you go. Yeah.
But
no, I understand what you mean because, yeah, I mean, as a commentator now in the game over the years, I've had a opportunity to commentate a lot of women's softball, and some of the games I've commentated on have been some of the best games I've ever commentated on. Absolutely fantastic.
I don't know if you guys watched our game against Hawke's Bay, but it had everything. Like, Marama was making plays.
Yeah.
There was pickoffs. There was amazing catches in the outfield. There was
It was all going on.
There was hits. There was good pitching.
Yeah, no, we didn't actually watch that game as we see that replay of that change-up just dropping beautifully to the bottom of the zone, just completely freezing that. But no, we didn't watch that game, Benny, but a lot of people had actually told us about it before. You know, like they come across and they're like, man, that was an absolute cracking game that finished on
absolutely
controversial terms.
Well, you know, I mean, you'd have to be impressed with your own batting lineup after that last game against Counties, where they just overpowered it, didn't they?
Did you guys see that bomb?
It was huge.
It was a tank.
I could not believe it. Girls in my team were like, calm down, babe.
Save one for later in the
I'm
tournament.
just like, you just muscled it over the men's fence and pimped it.
Yeah, and it was like halfway up the bank.
I don't care about Romy flipping his bat over the fence, whatever.
Yeah,
that was
you got to
just,
say that was easily.
I
as
swear to God,
impressive.
that was sexy.
It was such an awesome advert for women's softball.
What a boss.
Yeah.
Melanie Gettings, it is now into the box for Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay needing some runners out there. We're in the second innings. Very tight ball game so far.
Not to mention that was to finish the game off.
Yeah, walk off. Finish that one there.
I actually felt sorry for the girl on deck. It was her first game of the week, and she had already gone 2 for 2. So I gave her a hug and I felt sorry for her. I think I was the only one that kind of understood what had happened.
Yeah.
This one's picked up by the shortstop, fired across the diamond for the third out. And this game's going by in the blink of an eye. 2 innings complete. And no score. We'll be back in just a minute.
Tamariki Ora is a well-child health nurse-led service, providing health assessment, early interventions, education and health promotion, and whānau care and support. For further details, contact the friendly team at Tamariki Ora Waifetu, phone 566-8214. The Mighty Whāngai Iwi Panel, a partnership between New Zealand Police, Ministry of Justice, and Te Rūnanga-nui o Te Atiawa.
All the best throwback 90s and more.
Atiawa Toa.
There we go. The handsome gentleman in the booth doing the calling for you on this one in the commentary. Scotty waving the
Ako.
product placement.
Ako. Yeah, just want to make a quick shout out to the people underneath the Rico Centre. Ako, Rafferty and Amanda Smallman own business. They are local softball people here, and this is absolutely delicious, Gaz.
Oh, well, you talked me into it. Go and buy me one.
If you're at the ground or anywhere near, stop on in, go in and see them. They can make you a drink and tailor it to what you're trying to achieve, whether it's energy, hydration, or just general yumminess.
Surprised there's no alcohol on this.
And that concludes the commercials here. We'll get back to the game. Number 7, Heaven Sampson Loughley, just became the first out for Canterbury. She's been replaced by number 6, Caitlin Henderson, in a game that is rapidly becoming a very tight affair between these two teams.
Benny, I've been impressed early with this lefty on the hill for Hawke's Bay, mate.
Oh, mate, she's even got the glove.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
That's swaggy pitcher glove.
Swagger.
Oh, you're not going to pick anything from that, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's closed off nicely.
But,
yeah.
like,
It's huge.
do we know if she's a foreigner? Like, she's got all the pitches,
Yeah.
and that drop ball's dipping away and doing funny things.
There you go. It's my first time seeing this lady in action as well. And dare I say, I've seen a few more ladies tournaments than you two gentlemen in the last few years.
Yeah. And to be fair, it was the first thing we picked up, Gary? She came out to warm up and we were like,
Yep.
hey, wow,
Hey,
that ball's moving.
Like, has the standard improved in the women's softball? Because
I think in the last year or two, I'd say yes. Especially, I went down to the under-19 tournament and commentated in Invercargill. Hutt Valley won that one. But I thought the depth in the pitching there really showed a leap forward.
it's pretty cool. Even in the men's comp, we're bringing over a lot of foreign pitchers, like Mexico, the team that we played just before.
Well,
we
with
had a Korean
Trump's
pitcher.
policy on
Korean
the border
pitcher
of
out
Mexico.
Yeah.
Trump's policy on the border of Mexico. Where else are they going to go now?
How did I?
Yeah, definitely.
Villavazo, I had the opportunity to see him pitch at the Heartland Championship last week, and he is a flamethrower.
Yeah, well, it's just cool. Like, as a pitcher, it's just cool seeing different styles from different countries.
Yeah, the
And
jumpers.
I was, because we played counties just the game before, and I was like, she's not Japanese.
this Iris
She
Feng.
could have been
Iris
Philippines.
Yes.
It's actually
And I asked the
born?
coach, and I was like, where's this lady from? And she's like, oh, she's
American
heading back
born.
to Korea.
Yeah, but she's Korean, yeah.
But she's got this Korean swag going on, and
Yeah.
it's cool.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 down here now. We are rapidly getting through this game. 3 innings complete. No score in the ball game. A very tight affair, but also very quick. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
Your world, your colour, your choice. With Lucy.
Is this young Angel?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2025 National Fastpitch Championship. Diamond 1, we've got Canterbury taking on Hawke's Bay. First pitch here now in the bottom of the 3rd innings to number 50, Angela Karodia, doing the batting for Hawke's Bay. No score in the ball game. Very tight affair, Scotty, in the first 3 innings.
Yeah, the pitching has definitely picked up and landed, staying in and around the zone. Lots of strikes, as Benny was saying, and that's giving, weak contact and quick outs, and they've been really efficient, the 2 pitches early on.
Yeah, we're already seeing the benefit of having a a former Black Sox and world-class pitcher, Thomas Cameron, along with us, and hearing his insight into the pitching. Very much appreciated.
It's every team's got a good 1-2 in their lineup.
That hasn't always been the case in recent years,
No,
Benny, because a lot of teams would come in with a very strong girl and then have someone not quite. But you're right, the equivalence in the teams is pretty good. You're not losing much between first string and second string.
And like I said, it's just cool having these foreign girls come over and travel the world doing what they love doing. We faced North Harbour first up, and we all know how difficult first games are in tournaments. This girl was throwing peas.
Was it Charlotte?
I'm terrible with names, but she was,
Nice take out there at second base.
she didn't get
That's a
tired.
Fine play.
That's a hell of a play.
Heaven Sampson Loffley it was, who a diving play we might see on the replay, flicks it to first base for the out.
Yeah, and she had this low lifter that she was throwing all day, and a changeup,
Oh, it's
and a
definitely
drop.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's definitely Charlotte. She's
and
coming out of that Junior White Sox program.
and she didn't get tired. Yeah, she made that first game real difficult for us, but we hung in there and played some true Hutt Valley softball.
Yeah. You got all gritty on it and just
Oh,
found
mate.
a way.
Started slowing things down, started arguing with the
Scumbag
umpires.
ball.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Hutt Valley umpire.
I swear to God, like, playing with these Hutt City boys,
Yeah.
I think we're getting a bit soft, eh?
Well,
Over the
they're
last
all
couple of days, man, these girls are showing me how it's done. Like, just nitty gritty.
Yeah, get out there and get it done somehow.
Head slides,
Nice.
diving for plays.
Yep.
Not
Laying
talking
out.
about blah, 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 what happened yesterday.
Yeah, softball.
It's good softball.
Yeah, absolutely.
The hustle.
Speaking of good softball, there's a beautiful pitch on the inside of the plate. Brittany Terry has stepped up since a couple of shaky ones early on, but since then she's almost, well, you could say dominating. At the moment, it only takes one swing of the bat to break those shackles.
Benny, you played a lot out here on this diamond. Would you change? Oh, as we just see the quick bunt down.
Execution on the bunt this time, and execution in the field.
No. We'll come back to it after the break, eh, Gaz?
Nice work, beautiful. You talked about good softball, but that was 3 down. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's another half an innings gone by just like that, or in this case, a complete innings. No score in the ball game. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. 3 innings complete here in the game between Canterbury and Hawke's Bay. And where would Matt Jordan be without a dog in the shop? Oh, he's not here. Oh, well done. He's sound asleep just outside the booth out there.
Head back, just behind the
Head
banner there.
back, sound asleep. We've got to get a shot of that one.
Wow, he is out cold.
He is out cold.
Oh, man. A little bit of a shuffle.
Right, this time, ladies and gentlemen, Hawke's Bay, Canterbury, no score. Number 4, Michaela Wirahiko, up to bat.
Yeah, Benny, so I was going to ask you, is out on this AstroTurf diamond that you played a bit out on and that you're obviously coaching young players to play on regularly, do you change anything from a pitching perspective, in terms of game plan?
To be honest, bro, I'm an old school. I like the dirt.
Yeah.
This stuff gets so hot on the mound.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm playing right field these days.
But you don't ask the players, like, from a pitching perspective, to do anything different based on the surface?
Oh, absolutely no. Not. I think we all know that pitchers are at their best when they don't think. So if there's no issues, there's no point mentioning anything.
Yeah, nice. I just thought that potentially you start to look at, let's just get ground balls, because if you hit it on the ground here, you're out.
Yeah. Well, in the past, the mat used to always creep forward. I don't know if they've...
Still does.
It still does?
Yeah.
I think, a few years ago, that used to play on my mind a bit. And I used to be the only one pulling it back.
Well, you prefer to beat the bat with the movement as opposed to a couple of clicks on it?
I don't want to be putting in any extra work than what you're doing on the mound.
Nice play, 2 down now. Kairatu this time becomes the second
that
out.
Bloody Jerome Romake just laughing at me. He's like, bro, help me out, cuz.
Yeah, they're consistent with that short game, aren't they, Canterbury? That's a theme that they have down there, is they're certainly all prepared to do what's required to get on base, whether it's the men or
and especially amongst the women's game, you're seeing a real step up in the short game. And as I've already mentioned, down at the 19s, the execution of the bunts down there is second to none of any tournament I've seen in recent memory. It was awesome.
Yeah, their age grade teams have made that's consistent throughout them. They're good at it.
Surprised they haven't got 9 lefties in the lineup.
Yeah, well, actually, they do at the top. They've got a couple, don't they? Left-handed hitters.
Who's that?
Canterbury.
Yes, they do. We've already seen a couple. Yeah.
But, any team who is getting coached by Stephen Ratu, they're going to be tough.
Did you play with him at all? Or just solely against him?
I think, he caught me a couple of times in the Black Sox tours.
Yep.
I still remember the time he hit my change-up out. That I left about height. It was a night game at Rosedale Park. I think it was in the bottom of the 7th. And I think they went straight to the final, and then we had to play off, blah, blah, blah. But
big shot.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of yet another half an innings. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score in the ball game, and this game's going past like lightning. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
Your world, your colour, your choice. With Racine.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and things are going by so fast I'm having trouble keeping up on the score sheet. I don't have to worry about the score, however, as that's still 0-0. Hawke's Bay taking on Canterbury. It's Hawke's Bay who are up to bat now. Number 27, Poppy Priddle, doing the batting here in the bottom of the 4th innings.
Are we talking about Steve Ratu?
Stephen Ratu, you were storybook career.
Well, one of the smartest catchers I know that I've thrown to, and he's always been in the 4-5 spot. Tough hitter. He's travelled the world, Japan, US. But in my eyes, probably one of the best catchers New Zealand's ever had.
Oh, yeah, he was just dead set in an era was stacked with them, eh?
Class act.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. Like, people that I really looked up to growing up giving back to the sport. And that's exactly what softball needs these days.
Yeah. Is that part of what's keeping you out playing, Benny, around with these young boys at
A lot of people have been asking me, why aren't you playing, bro? Right? And it's like, well, I had the option to either help out with the women or play for the Hutt Valley Men's, and
There we go. Matt Jordan, Sleeping Beauty. Well done, mate.
Welcome back, pal.
Congratulations.
Welcome back. He's giving us the William Wairua on the side there. Wairua.
Good morning.
Shotgun.
Doing a great job from his beautiful perch up
Well,
there.
we'll instruct Chopper not to keep you up so late tonight.
He is basically a shining example of someone who needs to get across to Ako. Go and see the teammate.
One down it is in this innings. Poppy Priddle got struck out. Mariana Marquia up to bat.
Solid
for
hack.
Hawke's Bay.
One of Otahu's finest.
Yeah.
Still
Marquia
repping
crew.
the Otahu helmet.
Yes, of course, she's been playing for Otahu for many years now.
That was a solid hack she had at that first one, eh?
Oh, that's a
there we
good
go.
low lifted outside corner.
2 strikeouts in a row. Brittany Terry doing a fine job out there on the hill for Canterbury. Hope Weber up to bat now.
I reckon 15, 20 years ago, I think I saw Hope Weber hit she was hitting bombs.
She was hitting bombs
As
since
soon
she was
as
like 11.
I moved down here and I was like, who the hell is this chick?
Yeah.
And she's still smashing it.
Yeah, and you get the feeling, Gary, that this game needs something like that to find the middle and bust it open with either a tank
Absolutely.
or at least
Well,
a catch.
the other pitcher-dominated game I mentioned we saw yesterday was the North Harbour Canterbury men's game, and there was one swing of the bat that ended that one. So we may be heading towards a similar result here.
I think Canterbury really needs this win to stay in it, maybe.
Yeah, they've had a couple of tight losses.
Oh,
That's a
mate.
good point. Obviously, there's that one against you guys.
We're losing 4-0. We're in tiebreak. It was a tough decision at the end. But we've got no video ref on diamond number 5.
Yep, with the Blues doing the best they can.
This time she's hit it into the 5-6
Oh,
hole. It's
hello.
Well done out there by
Heads up.
shortstop Kairatu.
Look at that hustle. Good job, Hope.
And Hope Weber takes
What's that?
advantage of the overthrow to get to second base.
What's going on here?
No, they're going to give that base. You're going to have to stay there, and it looks like they're going to bring a runner in, but we'll see.
That deserves 2 bases, doesn't it?
Nice.
Little rainbow.
Yeah, it was actually, she did well, like you say, Gary, to get to that ball, but obviously emailed the throw, but she's quite a good little athlete at shortstop there.
Oh, Kairatu, she's one of the top draw and really makes mistakes like that.
Yeah. I get the feeling your mum and her dad put her through her paces
Yeah.
from a training perspective, eh? Something you're well averse to, aren't you, Benny? Bit of
What?
training.
Balance, bro.
Balance, yeah, nice.
You don't see me throwing 1,000 pitches a week anymore.
Attaboy.
Well, I'd like to see a few more of the pitchers in the country getting back to that sort of standard.
Well, over the last few years, everyone's like, oh, why don't you get back in there, mate? It's like, I used to train a lot.
Yeah, it's a commitment, eh?
It's a commitment. And to be honest, some of these boys are getting injured throughout the tournaments. You got to be the fittest guy on the team.
Yeah, and you have to
That
really
was my
condition
main.
it.
When I was pitching, I prioritized pitching, and I made sure that I was the fittest guy on the team. I was down there before anyone else, and it got me through the tournaments. By the time you get to finals, the confidence grew, and I just got better.
Who was your man growing up? Who did you look at as your inspiration as a pitcher when you were growing up?
Oh, mate, I had so many.
Yeah.
We've got a few minutes. Steve Jackson was always one of my favourites. The greatest of all time, as he may say. He was a Muhammad Ali
Lover.
fan.
Yeah.
He was just
Hugely competitive,
he's just
wasn't
a
he?
character,
And
he was a winner. He was the best, and I've never seen anyone throw such a good changeup as well as Jacko did.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now 4 innings complete. Still no score in this ball game as Canterbury and Hawke's Bay continue to lay it down out there on the line here in the 2025 NFC. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
This game's going real quick.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are now into the top of the 5th innings, and that has gone very fast. This game did start a few minutes late, but it was due to be the 1 o'clock game. It's now only 5-2, and we're already into 5 innings.
Good game's a quick game.
Absolutely, you're correct. In this case, it's a pitcher-dominated game, as we're seeing Kaya Darnaby.
Don't we like those kind of games?
Absolutely. We're purists, I suppose. I presume we all are. We love seeing these pitcher-dominated duels.
No.
Builds pressure throughout the game.
Oh, I'm not with you, Gary.
And can be ended with one swing of the bat, you know, or whoever blinks.
Just because we got Benny in here who was a pitcher. We're not going to go pitcher dominant softball. I smashing the ball as he running.
Pitch to Benny's level, but I'm also a pitcher.
Yeah, but you guys don't want to see some base runners at some stage, or?
We don't want umpire dominance. That's all we do.
We saw the entertainment value of pure and clean hitting in that previous game.
Ouch!
And you're right. It is very good to see.
That got her on the hand.
This one's come up on the hands.
For sure, the lovely people, Atiawa Toa, will give us a replay in a second. But
Manaia Marketing, who ends first base on the hit pitch.
Let's see, old Wayne Hale just. Grabbed the seat. Surprised he's got a shirt on. Donnie's old man, looking good.
Yeah, that we see off the replay, Gary, is straight off the hand.
Yeah,
and fair enough. You know the old saying of hands part of the bat that just gone.
Yeah, well, that's probably the gift of the conversation between umpire Howard and Kevin Giddings right there now as we see it again.
What's the worst place to get hit, Scotty?
Oh, man.
Ankle?
No, wrist.
Wrist. Oh.
Wrist is horrendous, but you can see that was fingers. But if you get on the wrist, man,
like
Benny, I don't know if you remember.
I've spent a day in A&E after copping one in the eye, and that was pretty bad. I don't want to get hit there again.
I got Benny, a low lifter from Benny in the ribs out here on Diamond 2 when we were playing PK, and I came around to bunt, runner on one, and it has lifted, just didn't cut at all, and just hit me straight in the ribs.
That's what happens when you get lippy, Scotty.
Just got in the way, mate, because he's going to stroke you out.
No, I thought we were mates, and I left there like dark.
We were mates as soon as we started playing for Hutt City together, all right?
Yeah, true.
The only mates I had was my shortstop.
Yep.
And the other 8.
And the other 8 were there.
I don't know. I always, every team that I played for, being a pitcher, you always relied on your shortstop because he was the rat bag.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
This one hit hard down foul territory.
So he always done the nitty gritty. He was the one that, if you had bloody guys in the dugout mouthing off and giving you crap, I was too tired and.
Yeah, he lived that.
My banter was terrible because I'd get too fired up.
Stella Jorgensen's been put out there to run.
So there was
Manaia Marketing.
So I always had my Nathan Nukus and
Tyson.
The Tysons.
What about a PK?
I had my Romy.
True.
The Jerome Rymakis.
There's a nice job. Melanie Giddings proving she's still got the arm to take the runner out at second base.
Fellas, I got all excited. We've got a base runner in this pitcher-dominated game.
Yeah.
Steals, thrown out. Lovely play.
Excitement plus. It was excitement plus.
What's happening with the little patch on second base?
Oh, we were talking about that earlier, weren't we, Gary? It was
Yeah.
literally replaced a
It's
day
a
before
repair for
tournament
damage.
So it hasn't been like that for the last 5 years.
No, mate. No. But
There's the boys placing the new turf there now.
they're throwing out those
That was
little rubber
Thursday,
balls.
wasn't it, I believe?
So part of your comment, Benny, about the diamond being real hot, you see on that picture that they brought here where he's blowing around the little black balls.
Oh, yeah.
The heat literally grabs those balls and sends heat through your feet. And that's why the diamond plays so hot.
They're rubber, are they?
They're rubber, yeah.
Yeah,
And they literally
absolutely.
just hold heat. And bacteria. Hence why on the turf, if you get a cut, if you're sliding...
You're going to get infected.
You have to get it cleaned straight away.
And that's just on an overcast day.
And that's just on an overcast day.
Wait till we get down to Christchurch.
Yeah,
in
they
a
got
couple
one
of
down
weeks.
there.
Is anyone...
Nice work this time, Kaya Darnaby it is, who strikes out Lucy McIntyre
It looks good.
for the second out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Top of the fifth innings.
Still a nil-all ball game. Is it still called Cuthbert's Green?
No,
I
it's
didn't
not.
think so. Smoke-free. No?
No, it's Mizuno Ballpark.
Whoa.
Is that right, Chop?
Dynasty Ballpark now.
I like
It
Mizuno.
has gone through several name iterations and
I thought I was
over the
clutching
years.
there, Gary. Honestly, I was like, yeah, here I go.
Cuthbert's Green was its original name.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Benny showing his age.
I do believe the whole thing as a whole is still called Cuthbert's Green. Dynasty Ballpark's just a part of it.
Right.
I'm actually looking forward to going down there for the clubs in a couple of weeks.
You better pray you're not drawn in the same pool.
We
as
had
that
the
Mighty
pleasure
Moose.
of being down there and broadcasting during that now infamous grand final of the NFC.
I'm actually sick of playing you Hutt Valley Maris guys.
Yeah, it'd be great if we weren't drawn in the same pool, to be fair.
Hutt Valley and Hutt Valley were nowhere to be seen that day.
But
yeah, can happen.
You'd have to agree with me, Scotty. It's been a pretty good competition this year with all these foreigners coming over, and
heaps
Totra
better.
Park are looking good. You know, you can't have any bad days. You know.
No, you're 100% right, mate. Just I know we're here with this women's game, but the local comp has been massively improved.
Pop fly in the infield. It's the shortstop that comes running in to take it for the third out here in the top of the fifth innings. And this game keeps flying along at light speed. We'll be back with more action in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Promotion reaction, the famous sign. We've seen one there launched out of the ballpark. There we go. It is number 64, Hayley Breakwell. Climbs into the batter's box and then launches one over the fence.
I think we were too busy listening to Scotty's bloody doof.
Pania Munka was. Sorry, I got ahead of myself on the paperwork there.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. Panya Monk, who just absolutely tore into one.
What's the bat flip?
With the bat flip. I think that was higher than Romy's.
No.
No.
It's a no contest.
Not even close.
There weren't as many rotations, but it was very high.
Yeah, it was a good one.
But we talked about it before. It might be one swing of the bat that does it.
That it needs, that the game needs.
That
I
the
don't know
game
if it'll
needs.
do it, per se, but...
It's a little bit early to predict that.
Yeah, but but the game needed it.
Is everyone going to start bat flipping until someone gets knocked out?
Oh, well, hey, it's interesting you should say, because there's a reason we didn't do that back in the day. You did that, man.
I'd be too scared to
They
do
call
it.
them bat flips now. You guys used to just call it chucking it at the opposition.
Wow, man, seriously, like the next batter coming in is literally limping into the box singing, I'm wearing this.
100%. You're lucky I'm not pitching anymore, because you just didn't do that.
Melanie Giddings getting into the mood of things. She's launched one high. It's Kaya Ratu that gets under it and takes the out. 1-0. The ball game has been opened up by Hawke's Bay.
The only guy that used to pimp his home runs off me was Reese Casely. And that used to bother me.
Yeah.
But give him the benefit of the doubt.
You know, he was Black Sox captain. He, went on to good things.
Angela
3-0
Carodia is up to bat. Yeah. And there's probably quite a few pitchers around the world that say that about Reese.
Oh, man, Reese was tough to play against. Exactly. Like, he was uncompromising, incredibly confident, did not care what you thought of him.
And you know what?
He was a winner.
Yeah, he was just a winner, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going back to pitcher's best friend, favourite player, shortstop.
Yeah, yeah.
Who did he look after for all those years on the mound?
Oh, yeah, true.
What was his name?
You mean from the Hutt City perspective?
Jeremy Manley?
What do you mean look after? No one looked after Jerry except for Jerry.
Well, they tried.
He was about as ace gets.
RC had his
If anyone was a little bit more of a winner than Reese Casely, it might have been Jeremy Manley.
I'm surprised we never went toe-to-toe with those guys ever. But, man, we had some
ding-dongs.
We had some mean games, man.
1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm behind again.
There was a dynasty at Hutt City in those days. And you're absolutely right. They were extremely good.
And the cool thing was...
Pop fly this time, Angela Carodia, who becomes the second out. She'll be replaced by number 41, Alyssa James.
The cool thing was that none of it was televised, so it's just memories.
Yeah.
That is cool, though.
Some
if you were there to see it, you were there to live it.
Yeah. Being in the moment.
Mm.
And they live on through people telling people.
Hey,
the story gets bigger.
The famous hit that now all over the photo that's all over the internet is Donnie Hales.
Yes, that's right.
I was there. I saw it. This time it's a pop fly to centre field and 3 up and 3 down, except for the home run by Pania Monk. 1-0 Hawke's Bay over Canterbury. We'll be back. See what Canterbury can do in reply in just a minute.
There you go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. The game has been opened up just a sliver because 1-0 is nothing in our ball game. 1-0 ahead. Hawke's Bay are over Canterbury.
Wow.
As we see Heaven Sampson Loffley, number 7, looking to drop it down at her feet. What a jewel we have seen, though, from Kaya Darnaby and Brittany Terry. Both pitchers are doing extremely good, great value for their teams.
She's really dialed in, and it's going to be tough for Canterbury to come back from this 1-0 ball game.
Parnaby. That's me trying to read the team name lineups. My apologies.
Oh.
We have been asking out loud, does anybody know where this girl is from?
There's a reason she came out through a few warm-ups. We were like, Kerry.
Yep.
Have you seen this?
And we were both no. I wonder if anybody has. Yeah. Well, it's Kaya Parnaby. My apologies to her family. And she is from Australia.
So she's on the team list.
She is, yeah. slide in that lift.
Yeah, she's got some good stuff going. And you got to remember, these girls are pitching at 13 metres.
She's an Australian ace, I do believe. Right up there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So for our girls to see this quality of pitching, she's absolutely first rate for them.
She is dialed in, and Hawke's Bay are going to be that team that just you got to look out for.
So, Benny, if you're the pitching coach or, for Hawke's Bay and you get that one run ahead, do you say anything to the pitcher before?
Hell no.
Nothing.
Just, it's like when someone's on a perfect game.
You don't say it.
You always have that one guy,
yeah, nice.
and then you're like, oh, you idiot. And then next minute, you get up that fucking
blooper.
You can just tell that quality, that last pitch, that curveball just moves.
There's always that one funny guy.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. She's got that firm one on the inside, and then we saw that replay of that one sliding
just
away.
Slide right away from that left-handed batter.
Lovely.
I think the coach is Kevin Giddens, and one of my all-time favourite softballers, Fabian Markia. I think they've done the sneaky ones, and they've kept this kind of under the wraps, this Aussie pitcher, because...
Is Fabian...
I haven't seen Fabian there today.
Fabian Barlow's coaching on...
Fabian Barlow. Somebody
on first base.
Yeah,
for Hawke's Bay.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
One of my favourite all-time second basemen for the mighty PK back in the 90s. How good was that guy?
Very, very good player.
Awesome.
Extremely good.
He was a class act. So
I do find myself watching the videos on YouTube of those championship games from those days.
Guess who I was watching the other night? Kevin Hurley.
Yeah. I did a pitching clinic with him as a kid when when he came to town.
These guys had no helmets, no chest protectors, and they were catching it in the palm of the mitt. It would cut in.
It just whacked.
These little, light, bloody, whatever, white balls they were using. I felt sorry for the guys, eh?
I saw a one on the other few weeks ago, and it was a grand final between PK and Marist, with your man Steve Jackson pitching.
And Chubb.
Chubb Tangaroa on the bench. Michael White pitching for PK.
Was it Don Tricker coming up clutch?
Oh, he won it.
Yes, he did.
He was the man with the psych outs. It was amazing. He just got into Steve Jackson's head.
And he psyched out the psych.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, 3 out in this one. And that is another innings that slides by. 1-0 to Hawke's Bay. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
We'll rock along.
Tamari Ki Ora is a well-child health nurse-led service, providing health assessment, early interventions, education and health promotion, and whānau care and support. For further details, contact the friendly team at Tamari Ki Ora Waifetu, phone 566-8214. The Mighty Whāngai Iwi Panel, a partnership between New Zealand Police, Ministry of Justice, and Te Runanganui o Te Atiawa.
All the best throwback 90s and more.
Atiawa Toa.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And this game continues to go by extremely fast. It is Hawke's Bay. 1-0 they up, courtesy of a solo home run by Pania Monk. Charlotte Poynton, who's the lead-off hitter in the lineup, comes up now and she drives one down the third baseline.
Good to
Kevin Giddings out there proving he can still field a ball.
It's good to see Charlotte Poynton still amongst it.
Yeah, we were saying that earlier just before you got in, Benny. It's good to see her out and enjoying the ball field again.
Oh, when I first moved down to Wellington, I think I was the under-17 mixed, and we'd play on Friday nights out these ways, Hutt. And we had big dog Brad Worsley that couldn't throw a strike, have a cry. Who was my favourite player? Who was my number 4 hitter? Doing everything? Miss Charlotte Poynton. Showing Romy, all these bloody boys up.
No, I should know.
Come from a family of extremely talented softballers, of course, Charlotte.
I was going to say, Gary, do you know the connection to Frankie?
It's his sister.
Oh, yes. Yeah. My bad.
And the other 4 brothers, I think it is.
Yeah,
She's got 5 brothers.
How good was Big Frank?
Oh my gosh, he threw flames for a period.
Yeah, from when he was like 13 years old all the way
He was
through.
the first guy around here, Benny, before you came down while you were still up in Jaffaland.
Me and Frank won the Nationals for Wellington.
Yeah, but like before those days, he was
yeah.
age grading. He was the first guy around here throwing
We heard
rice.
about the 16-year-old Frankie Poynton.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing bullets.
Back then it was like 150 or something.
I was living down in Otago at the time, and we'd heard about him down there. Frank.
Yeah. That guy was
He's one of those guys, if you put him in his team in an age grade, your age grade team was going to win.
Well,
Well, which one didn't he win?
Yeah, here we go.
well, they didn't win 17s or 15s because he was in my age group.
Which one did Hutt Valley win?
But that's not what we're here for right now, is it, Gaz?
We won't
Here's a lefty
argue that.
from Hawke's Bay. We were talking about them earlier.
True, we were.
Lefty from Hawke's Bay.
Yep, they've got a couple of left-handed sticks in their lineup.
This time it's hit straight down the middle. It's gone too deep for centre field. She's rounding.
she's
Charlotte Poynton
hustling.
round at first. She's got some speed.
Nice. Good softball.
Stand-up triple for Charlotte Poynton. Nice job. Was that Poppy, was it?
Yep.
Sorry, you guys distract me from my team sheet.
As we see the
I didn't
replay,
see Charlotte go out.
the centre fielder was tracking it nicely, but there's just no getting to that. It's over, and she gets a stand.
Just guilty there of fielding a little bit shallow.
Yeah, I mean, lefty at the plate, looking to the small ball early, though. It's hard to blame them.
Hard to blame them.
Yeah.
Here we have Mediana Marquia. I'm guessing this might be her first tournament back. I'm not sure if she's been playing since birth of her.
Yeah, I'm not sure of her recent history.
Her younger sister is having a tourney.
Right, breaking out.
Man, well, she had 3 years over in college, and I've caught up with her a few times, and she's a baller, man.
She's a baller. It's a family thing, isn't it?
Oh, and, you know, I didn't even know Mediana was back playing, and next minute she's hitting ropes off our pitcher in our game yesterday.
The talent never leaves you, though, does it?
And the last name. You know?
It's a hell of a take.
And
the
Marquia is
It's a hell of
the
a
last
last
name
name.
back in Hawke's Bay colours.
Yeah, good point.
That's where they're from.
Well, she's repping the Otahu, that's for sure.
Just a
Gloves,
reminder.
the helmet, and the shoes.
And the shoes, yeah.
Looking pretty fast. She got under that one. So what's this screen in right field? If you hit it, do you keep it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but...
The screen or the ball?
Well, once upon a time, when the Vic Goose was at Brains Park, you guys ever heard of Brains Park?
No.
Kelston used to be Auckland United's home ground.
No.
They placed that's a great hit up the middle.
Straight
That
up the
scores
middle by
second.
Mediana Marquia, and that's going to score Poppy Priddle from third base for 2-0 in the ball game now. And that's just some good softball by Mediana Marquia.
Yeah, nothing fancy, just putting bats a ball, sat back on that change.
Sends it back to where it came from, up the middle.
You can
Lovely.
see her whole body language change. She saw that change up coming.
Yeah, she picked it.
She picked it, eh?
Oh.
And look who's up.
Yeah, doesn't get any easier here.
I'm calling it, guys.
No.
More danger. Hope Weber up to
Hey.
bat now.
You got to give credit when credit's due. How good this young pitcher for Canterbury's done a good job. She's just given up one mistake.
Yeah, 100%.
She's
Agree.
She's just starting to bring a few into the middle, though, where she's been nibbling away at the edges.
Oh, yep. Mediana's looking pretty quick with those shoes.
That was an interesting play by the catcher, eh? Literally decided to throw that, like along the ground.
Along the ground, yeah.
To make sure that, A, she didn't overthrow it, but B, that was the quickest way to get it out of the glove.
It wasn't the greatest pickoff pitch, though, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was a tough play. Real tough play.
Scotty being a catcher.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had to make up a few of these sorts of
From
throws.
the knees. Standard.
Well, of course, you start from a low position.
Yeah. and I get stuck down there.
I was going to give credit to the umpires this game too, but...
Oh, no, we don't do that in here, Benny.
No.
We just give them credit.
Well, He's done a great job behind the dish.
Yeah.
Priscilla.
Umpire Tama Howard.
Yeah, he has done. You're right. But I know what you mean. That was close, man. That was. You see the replay and you're like, "Ooh, that's right there." Oh. But to be fair, if they're going for like 1 and 2 in a game, that we're thinking, man, with the benefit of the replay,
and mostly that's all it is.
Like, that's pretty good going, isn't it?
Scotty, that's why you get ejected all the time.
Not anymore, man.
Because you focus on the small things, you see.
Yeah. No, I build relationships with umpires. That's my job as a catcher.
Oh, Cindy Poto, she's like...
This one's hard. Nice take out at second base.
Nice play.
Lovely.
She's just going to have to take the out.
We had a few hard calls, tough calls in our Canterbury game, and Cindy's looking at me going, Tom, why don't you get ejected? I'm like...
Is someone's going to go here? That's a real Brad Baker...
Yeah,
someone's going.
He's got the record for it, though, hasn't he?
I don't know.
Well, we didn't come here to nut.
Brad, the game has changed. They just get you out now. They're not prepared to tolerate it anymore.
Oh, mate. The things that would come out of that guy's mouth.
Yes, yeah, he's a character.
I loved it.
Yeah.
The pitcher had to back off that one.
Yeah, the wind's picked up a little. Is it just me, or you see a couple of raindrops?
Well, the sky has gone decidedly grey. Oh, this time it's hit hard. Third base can't take it.
Unlucky.
It's going to score an RBI this time.
It's a tough play.
And that's why they call it the hot corner.
Oh, she was kind of a bit unsure whether she was going to go with the backhand or...
Yeah, it was caught between
Yeah, tough luck. Unlucky.
That is tough.
Still only one down. They've scored 2 runs in the innings and now lead the ball game by 3-0 over Canterbury.
There's still a few teams in it, eh? So we'll be playing Auckland tonight.
Yep. And we
how have Auckland got on this week?
Yeah, pretty good.
They lost to Wellington yesterday.
They lost to Wellington?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, there's been a few funky results. I mean, these two teams, Canterbury, are coming in off a couple of close losses. They lost in tiebreak to Auckland, and then you guys have seen.
Sorry, that game I talked about was men's.
Oh, was it?
No, we don't count.
Canterbury have lost two tight ones.
2 tight ones, yeah. Tiebreakers.
Yes.
Yeah, if Canterbury miss out on the top 4, man,
it's tough.
We'll be happy.
Yeah, because they're a good side, eh?
Well, the thing about a team from Canterbury is if they do scrape through, they just get better. They know how to perform at the pointy end. A little bit like Hutt Valley as well.
Yeah, and
if Hutt Valley are in that final day, then they are tough.
They'll be in the last day. No, you can count on that. They'll be in the last day.
Yeah, that's a good spot, man. I like that.
Like I told the girls after yesterday, we're playing some true Hutt Valley softball.
I don't know. We've got Joe Fariso in the booth now, and between the three, there's way too many Hutt Valley.
Hutt Valley softball, baby.
In this booth.
Yeah, Joey.
Home ground advantage.
Former coach of the NFC women.
Back to back, baby.
Yeah, boy. 19's girls got a title there too, I think. Yeah. He's had a couple.
He's had a
couple of kids who are contributing or have contributed as well.
Yeah.
That famous Hutt Valley name for
They were better than average.
Yeah, Joey was special, man.
Tell you what, last year when I put the green and gold on, it felt cool.
Yeah, it was the first time?
Well, growing up wearing the blue and white, the Auckland colours.
Both my kids have worn the green and gold, and I have not minded one bit at NFC level.
There's history, man. Like, the Mark Sorensens played for Hutt Valley.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Craig Simons,
yeah.
Daryl
Marino.
Marino.
They just had that era of, and then on the female side.
Her name Mark Sinnott.
Yeah, Cardinals pitcher. They had a staff, man. It was Tane Richardson. Him and Honemai.
That was before he came to Polygon.
Hone was good.
That was before the
Hone was from the
Waikato.
Waikato. And I had my first name right off there, guys, just saying.
Drop it in, why don't you?
There are a few spots out there.
Shout out to Hone Mai if he's listening. Kia ora, bro.
I'd be surprised if he wasn't around somewhere.
I did see a Jared Tibbetts yesterday for the first time in how many years?
What's that?
Right.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That innings is complete. I was just about to say the score, which is 3-0. Hawke's Bay over Canterbury. We'll be back with more action in just a minute. We'll be up to 7 minutes, right?
on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now in the 7th innings, and it is all up to Canterbury. They're 3-0 down against Hawke's Bay. And it is Hawke's Bay in the last 2 innings that have gapped Canterbury with that solo shot by Pania Monk, then to the tune of 2 runs in the 6th innings. 7-0 it is. We have into the batter's box Michaela Wetahiko, and they need to do it. 3 for the game for Hawke's Bay, and a special statistic for their pitcher.
What is it, Gary? I don't want to be the one to say it because Benny's going to just stink eye me.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
shaking his
against it.
head.
He's against saying it.
Is he?
We're
Go on,
talking about this.
We'll wait till 2
earlier
hours.
in the game, guys. You've already.
No, we've done it.
We've done it, haven't we?
You've done it.
Yeah, we'll just say it. Just put it out there.
She's on a no-hitter, ladies and gentlemen. Kaya Parnaby, the Aussie ace.
Here we go.
Benny's dark.
Texas. There it is.
Oh, my Lord.
So close, ladies and gentlemen, but the first out. And no disrespect to the Canterbury batters, but this Aussie ace has kept them quiet throughout the ball game.
Is it a no-hitter or is it a perfect game?
She is, in fact, on a no-hitter.
She gave up a walk?
No,
Error?
I don't see a walk in there.
Okay. This could be the PG.
Is she on a perfect game? That's a different ball game.
Yeah, that's special.
Not anymore, she's not. There's a hit right there.
I told you.
That's a great piece of hitting, too.
This time there's a fumble in the outfield, and that is a great piece of hitting by Kaya Ratu.
I can't believe you guys open your mouths.
We had to.
No.
There's an obligation here.
There is. We had to know. The
Mate,
public.
you guys are not pitchers, though.
We're in the media, and our public have a right to know.
Yeah, they do. They did. Everybody at home has a right to know she was on, we think, probably a perfect game going into that. But there's a great piece of hitting by
She was on a perfect game.
Kaya Ratu it was, who hadn't done a lot with the bat up until that point, but we all know what quality she could bring.
Guys,
sooner or later. Number 17, Tristan Edwards, it is up to bat.
I'm going to mention it to this lovely lady that...
Nah, we're not.
Guys behind the...
She didn't know we said that.
No doubt they'll use our footage in their breakdown tonight anyway.
She's going to hunt you down tonight, though.
In their homework for the game.
Well, just for the viewers at home, I was against saying it personally.
Oh, way to go. I'll just stick that knife right out between my shoulder blades right now. Thanks.
Look at that.
Thanks, Scotty. Gee. There we go, and there's the walk this time.
And this is, to be fair, just to get back to the game, this is exactly what they needed to get back into the actual game. Because
Canterbury, yes, this is it for them. I mean, it is one down. They've got runners at 1 and 2.
Sorry. Don't we like talking about the game within the game, though?
We do. Yeah, we do.
But we've got a game on.
But we've got a game on because we've got 2 runners on.
We've got a game on.
Timing run to the plate here.
It's raining. The ball's wet.
We've talked about the resilience of Hutt Valley teams. Well, Canterbury are similar mould.
Yeah, they are.
They're 3 runs down. They're in the last innings, or they're possibly their last innings of the game. And Canterbury teams are extremely resilient. They do not go away.
Yeah, and they came into their first 2 hitters show bunt.
Yeah.
Anyway to the base, mentality, which is probably exactly what they needed to do.
So where are they at? Where are they in the order? That's a good way to come back on it.
Manaia Marketing comes in in the 5 spot.
5-hole.
Damn.
Well, to be fair, she can swing it.
Is this going to come down to the wire?
Lucy McIntyre on deck?
May very well do, and she can swing hard, Lucy McIntyre.
Yeah.
But like I told the girls today in the 9 o'clock game, keep the ball down.
Yeah, 100%.
Keep it down. Keep it in. Keep it in the ballpark.
Just to get into the mindset of that pitcher, That's Benny's pitching coach hat on.
Pitching coach hat. This time it's a nice job. Parnaby strikes out another one.
Good spot.
2 down now, but Canterbury, a small glimmer of hope. They have 2 runners out on base at first and second. Lucy McIntyre can do the job for Canterbury right here to keep them in this ball game.
She doesn't get the perfect game, though.
Not that Benny's upset about it.
Hey, I'm not pitching.
Yeah.
Oh, the first hurdle would have been the win, wouldn't it?
She'll watch this tonight.
The W.
She'll be watching his stuff tonight, and then she'll be listening, and she'll be like, "That's Scotty East, though."
No, Gary.
Oh, throw me in again.
What was the case, mate?
No doubt you're going to give Gary's address out too.
Yeah, I'm on the side.
He lives close to me.
I'll come and visit you, boy.
Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you can find Gary in here because he's always in here.
Hey, you know those Aussies, man.
This time it's fouled back. Lucy McIntyre
She's thrown a,
manages to get the barrel of the bat on that one.
she's thrown a really good game.
She's thrown a fantastic game, but are we now seeing
2 outs.
finally the Canterbury
0-2.
batters beginning to get a look at it?
Here we go. Good spot. Keep the ball low. Strike 3.
Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That will do it for this ball game. It is Hawke's Bay, the run-out winners over Canterbury by 3-0. And what a fantastic game we had until it was Hawke's Bay, who opened up the Canterbury team with the solo shot, followed by 2 more runs, and what ended up to be a very professional outing by them.
Yeah, I'm incredibly impressed with that Hawke's Bay lineup and what they did. Benny, who's the beyond the dugout player of the day, though?
Oh, I'd have to go to the pitcher for Hawke's Bay.
Yep.
From Australia.
From Australia.
She's on the
Australian
team
ace?
list? Yes,
Yeah.
she is.
Kaya Parnaby it is the Beyond the Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Day. That's it for the broadcast on this one, ladies and gentlemen. But don't you go anywhere, because we've got another game coming very quickly. I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Ballpark Broadcasting. Scott Eastope and Thomas Cameron, and for all the rest of the crew here, we'd like to thank you very much, and we'll see you in just a few minutes with more action.